and welcome to Overdrive. I'm Shereen, Bhan. Let's start the show with a motor show. But unlike our usual haunts of Paris, Frankfurt and Geneva, this one is in Asia. Swati Khandelwal brings you all the highlights from the Bangkok Motorshow.
Small it may be, but the Bangkok International Motor Show is important not just from an Asian perspective but for the Indian industry as well, because most manufacturers use the event to show off the right-hand drive variants of their cars designed for Asia. But once in a while there's also a big announcement. The biggest this year came from Honda about a small car designed from the ground up for the Asian market and more specifically for India. Honda has finally unveiled its small car Honda Brio, which will be first launched in Thailand in March next year, and 6 months later it will come to India. The company says that they have kept the pricing below the 5 lakh rupees and it will only sport a 1.2-litre petrol engine. The new small concept that Honda showcased at the Delhi Auto Expo has now evolved to the point where Honda showed off the production prototype of their hatchback, now called the Brio. The prototype looks almost exactly like the Expo car, but clearer detailing like the Civic-ish grille and logo and a wide edge line across the grille. There's also a huge air dam on the front bumper with incorporated fog lamps and lots of muscular and sculpted edges to the bodywork. In the cabin, the flat height adjustable front seats have integrated headrests and the rear bench is nearly flat as well. The trim is all beige, and though it looks plain, the interior is neat, smart and minimal. The Brio will be powered by a 1.2-litre VTEC engine that will be derived from the Jazz power plant. It revs to 6500 RPM in typical Honda fashion, and we expect lots of torque in mid-range rather than bottom. Thank you, Natsumi-san, for talking to us. Well, we see your small car finally, the world premiere launch has been done in terms of the prototype unveiling. The kind of timing of the launch that you've spoken about, it's going to be in 2011, sometime in the third quarter, which is again about 8-9 months away. So why that sort of a delay really when you already have a prototype ready and you can perhaps launch it earlier than that time?
Yeah, in Thailand, it will be launched in March. Yeah, so it's just a 5-6 months delay compared with Thailand. So yeah, during that time we have to find out logistics and everything and the quality maturation in a factory. So that's why we needed such time gap.
Right. But how do you see the competition in this space? Because a lot of new cars came in this year and they are doing very well. For instance, Figo has been selling quite well. There was Beat, Micra, Polo. In terms of the competition that you're seeing in this market, how bullish are you as far as your product is concerned?
Yeah, some people say that it may be too late. But on the other hand, when we launch this car, we will be the newest. So yeah, I think nobody is too late to go into Indian small car market, which is very, very big.
But what is the USP of the car that you think will get the numbers?
Yeah, this car has the evolution of Honda's maximum machine minimum concept. So it has a very compact body, yet has a very a big interior space. So and it is very relevant for Indian customer because even the small car is used as a family car in India. So the interior space plays a key role in the customer's decision-making process. So I think this compact body yet a big interior is the USP of this car.
Ito-san talked about the pricing of the car going to be below 5 lakh rupees. You think that's a competitive enough price, seeing the other cars come in around the same range or maybe less than that?
The price is not the only factor because residual value of the car, maintenance cost, fuel economy. Yeah, these are all plays a key role of cost of ownership. So yeah, we think this car still has a very a competitive proposition in terms of cost of ownership.
Just before I left for Thailand, Mahindra & Mahindra signed off on their deal to buy a 70% stake in Ssangyong Motors for $464 million, so the Bangkok show was our first chance to see what might be headed our way. Well, Ssangyong has a direct relevance to India clearly because it has been acquired by Mahindra & Mahindra, and the company says that the car that could be brought to India sooner than later would be Korando. Korando means Korea can do, and this is an SUV which will do a lot for Mahindra & Mahindra when it's launched in India by end of 2011. It's not eye-catching by global standards, but will certainly look impressive on Indian roads. The interiors are well finished, even if a bit uninspiring, and build quality looks pretty good. The Korando should launch with a 2-litre diesel engine and is likely to sport a premium price tag, though Mahindra will increase the localization levels to keep costs low. Well, we've been telling you about Proton's India entry for a long time, and it seems now that it is in the final stages of coming to India. At least the management says so, and they say they are currently in the process of re-engineering the cars to be made suitable for the Indian market, and also in the process of sourcing some of the diesel engines for the cars to be brought to the country. Proton will bring its compact car, the Savvy, the Saga sedan and Exora MUV to India. The Savvy should slot into the crowded 4 lakh rupee hatchback market, while the Saga will take on the Maruti Swift Dzire and the newly launched Toyota Etios. The Exora meanwhile should battle the Toyota Innova, priced around 10 lakh rupees. But the Malaysians are not the only ones eyeing a slice of the Indian pie. Chinese manufacturer Shereen is also gearing up to enter India. It has already finalized its distributor or partner for the Indian market, and it wants to launch at least 4 models to start with, which will include 2 small cars, which is the QQ and the A1. Apart from that, a 5-seater and a 7-seater will also come in. While Asian manufacturers are eyeing India, an Indian manufacturer, Tata Motors, has set eyes on the Thai market. Tata Motors is relatively new and small as far as the Thailand market is concerned, with a market share of just about 2%, which it wants to scale it up to about 5% over the next 3 years. The company now wants to introduce its passenger vehicle range in this market, and who knows next could be the Nano, which will be driven in. Well, to sum up, Honda really stole the thunder with its small car unveiling, which will be launched in India only in the 3rd quarter of next year. However, there were Proton and Shereen who will be soon launching their products in the Indian market. And of course, Tata Motors with its ambitious plans of enhancing its presence in international markets like Thailand.